What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and today we are talking about Black Panther. I didn't even realize I wore this to work, and I'm wearing a Black Panther t-shirt. But Black Panther from 2018, just real quick, I'm going to get into it. I gave this movie 4.5 out of 5 stars. The cast in this movie is unbelievable. I don't truly love the costume change for Black Panther. I think he looked perfect in Civil War, and then they started to do this like kinetic energy purple stuff with him, and I think like the purple energy and like that whole idea is cool. I just don't think the suit looks as good. I think they went more like a CGI route, and I think that's really noted, and that's where my half star gets deducted. Was the main fight at the end of this movie between Killmonger and Chadwick T'Challa. Like, it just didn't look great. Like, the suits were, like, morphing in and out, and you could see, like, holes, and it was supposed to be, like, the nanotechs were, like, moving because of the things that were around the train. It's a solid idea. It just didn't look very great. You know what I mean? It looked good. It just didn't look great. And, you know, that's really the half-star deduction. But if I'm being perfectly honest, this movie might be the worst experience I've ever had in a movie, and it has nothing to do with the movie. It has everything to do with the people that were at the movie. So I'm going to tell a quick little story time. It's February 16th, 2018. Me and my buddy Barnard sit down at the movie theater, and this was back before you, like, booked your tickets beforehand. You know what I mean? Like, this was when you walk up, hey, can I have 2 tickets? And they go, yep, these are the seats left. And you go, oh no, the whole back of the theater's booked out. We have to pick row 3. You know, so we're not up close, row 1 or 2. We're like just, you know, close, but doable, right? So we're row 3, and I always pick the end seats. I'm not a middle guy. I like the end seats because I don't like being near anybody. So if I'm with somebody, I take the aisle end seat. He takes next to me, and then he gets to sit next to a random stranger. And for this reason why I don't like to sit next to random strangers. So we sit down, we're ready to go. The movie's about to start, and this Indian family, not saying that to be racist, it's just the facts of the story. An Indian family of about 5 or 6 sit down next to us, and the mother waits for it to get dark. The movie's about to start, and she whips out a purse that is much like Hermione's purse in Hogwarts, where it seems endless, because she just starts pulling shit out of this fucking thing. She pulls out, I said it was a family of 5 or 6, she pulls out 5 or 6 of metal tins, like you would get food from a hotel's, you know, like room service, and they, you know, bring out the tin and they take off the top and they go bon appetit. She had, with the tops, 6 tins, handing them out to their family, and they're just sitting in the 3rd row eating the smelliest, disgustingest, grossest smell I've ever, pungent in the nose, pungent, for 2 hours. All we can smell is curry food leaking into my pores, out of their pores. It's awful. Why Barnard, my buddy, sitting next to me, didn't get up and go, hey, these motherfuckers aren't eating movie theater food. They brought food from home, but we're not like those type of people. We're not Karens. So all he did all movie was lean onto me. And he's literally like this the whole movie, leaning away from them, whispering in my ear, oh my God, it's awful. It's awful. And I'm just kind of like, but the movie's pretty good, you know? Like, so I'm sitting there just like, the movie I still loved. I thought the purples, the colors of the movie were amazing. The Wakanda itself, awesome. The cast, Killmonger, MICHAEL.JORDAN, I thought was awesome. The scars were awesome. He was so villainous and dark, and I couldn't believe they killed him, but then he ends up coming back in his own ways, and What If, and in the, you know, the ancestral realm in the second one, and they kind of almost had to do that because of Chadwick's passing. Watching this movie again, you feel it hurts so much more. Like, you don't want it to hurt, but it hurts because you're watching Chadwick and you're like, fuck, rest in peace. I wish this man got to do so much more. Like, he was so talented, and he was the heart and soul of Black Panther. So, like, watching this one and watching the second one, both 2 of my favorite Marvel movies, but hard to watch because you feel the grief and the pain of missing Chadwick, and it's so like you can feel the presence is missing. But going back to my story in the movie theater, these people sit here the whole movie eating their fucking out of their metal tins. You just hear like pink, 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 you know, like a fork hitting the metal tin. You just keep hearing it. So we're just getting more and more frustrated. It stinks more and more, the whole theater. And then the mother and father are just sitting there watching the movie. They don't give a fuck. They're just happy to be out of the house, hoping that the kids are being good. But the kids aren't being good. The little girl is running down the aisle in front of us, hitting our feet, right, because we're all leaned back, hitting our feet, and then runs behind us, hits Barnard's head. Luckily, I'm pretty much unscathed. I'm just kind of sitting over here in my own little bubble. Poor Barnard's get the worst of this whole thing, but he was with me, so this is our worst experience at the movie theaters. I was pretty much unscathed, but it was like, I was just like, poor kid. Like, I'm like, he's dealing with the brunt of this. I'm just kind of trying to ignore it, but like, I'm still like noticing. And the girl's now like running back and forth. So now she's interrupting the row behind us, interrupting Barnard. She's like talking to her dad like over the shoulder, and the dad's like, sit the fuck down, sit the fuck down. I don't want to talk to you right now. I'm watching a movie. And the girl's like, Dad, I don't like the food. Can we go get popcorn? And he's like, no, your mom's got food. She pulls out more goddamn food out of her fucking endless purse. Ridiculous. Don't bring your own food to a theater. Now I say that, and you know what I mean. Don't bring your own tins. You can bring fucking a bag of Skittles or your own chips or something. You women have big ass purses. You can do that shit. But don't feed your family with a home cooked. Feed them before you come to the theater. Don't bring the meal to the theater and then just like pull it out and just like now everyone else has to smell your meal. Like, that's one, disgusting. Two, you didn't bring enough for everybody to enjoy, so fuck you. You know, so like now you're just standing there making a scene. Sitting there making a scene, but whatever. Overall, still a good movie, but we did not go back to Burlington Movie Theater for a while after that. We were very upset. I think we even tried to get tickets afterwards, like compensation, like, hey, we just got fucking the worst thing ever. And the guy pretty much was like, why didn't you come get us before the movie? And we were like, because we were enjoying the movie. We're gonna leave us enjoying the movie because these fucking assholes? And the guy didn't give us tickets. And I was like, you should have just gave us fucking tickets, you prick. You know, you should have just gave us free tickets. You knew what we were doing. You know, and we were people that come back, you know, like the fucking Indian family probably never came back again. They just had enjoyed their meal and went on their fucking day. Fucking assholes. But, alright, y'all. I'll see you guys in the next video. We'll be talking about Thor Ragnarok. Go check out my Comically Bostons. We just passed 100 episodes of podcast. So, every Monday, Comically Boston comes out. And every time there's a show and there's an after show, they come out after those. So, Ahsoka season finale's coming out on Wednesday this week. Loki comes out season premiere on Thursday, so you'll see a breakdown episode of episode 1 on Friday, so stay tuned for those. I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Please hit that like button, subscribe, hit that bell so you don't miss any future videos. Click my links down in the description below if you want to see my letterbox or any of my other social medias. Follow me on there. Email me if you have any movie recommendations, comicallyboston@gmail.com, and I will see you, beautiful people, in the next video. Peace.